New video. This is a continuation of another video, probably what's going to be a whole series of videos because I don't know how many, but I really want to figure out this fundamental principle of nature of reality of spin. So this video is called Spin Force Fractal or Spin Force Fractals, I guess. And at the top I have the heading Spin Forces and Vortices. And what I have here, this is a similar kind of drawing to one that I had done before, but a previous drawing that I did. This is just a more elaborated version of the same basic picture or model or principle. And what you're seeing here is, it looks like a nautilus shell and all these kind of Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio type things and spirals and so on, but in fact it's not really any of that. That's not really what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at here is what I'm trying to create is a spin force fractal. What I'm showing is that the two principles of the principles of spin and counterspin, or clockwise and anti-clockwise spins, are basically the fundamental principle of everything in nature. All of the spin forces operate according to this spin force fractal kind of pattern, and likewise all of the spins that occur within substances. I guess what I'm getting at, I'm trying to come up with a correct terminology. I don't quite have it yet, which is this notion of that you have spin forces and that you have substance spins, substance spin vortices, and then you have spin forces. So I still have to work on the terminology, but the basic principle is this notion of a spin force fractal, that spin forces operate through spin and counterspin, clockwise, anti-clockwise spins, but what happens is they alternate their spins continuously in this kind of dance or flow or whatever you want to call it. And so basically it operates like this. What you have is you'll have a primary spin. This is one, the primary spin, which you can see in the center. There's this large primary spin. Okay, or maybe you can't see it, but you can see the outline of it. Then what you have is this secondary spin ring. This is number 2. And if you notice, this spin, at least on the paper, this spin is spinning anti-clockwise, and these spins are spinning clockwise. So what happens is you have this primary spin, right? And that's number 1. Then you have this secondary spin ring, which, as you see, these spins are ringing this primary spin. They're the counter spin. Okay. Then what you have is number 3, which is the original spin going back the other way. So just to give you an idea, okay, I'm going to start at this image right here. So you have this primary spin, then you have this ring of secondary spins, then you have this spin ring rather, then you have these smaller spin rings that are of the original spin. So I'll just walk you through it. So you have this spin, right? Primary spin. Then you have these secondary spin ring that's a counter spin. Then you have this tertiary original spin ring, which is a spin ring going in the original spin. So this is the tertiary spin ring. So my basic point is that this kind of spin force fractal pattern is what essentially you can find in all structures. You can find this pattern in all solid forms, in all liquid fluid flows, all gaseous flows, all plasma flows. Presumably this is going on either, whether it's governed by magnetism now, I'm not even know, I guess maybe, I'm not sure, but you may find this in the way that light emission occurs. You probably will find it with electrical discharges as well, and of course magnetic spin and current flows. So this is the principle. I had thought initially that magnetism that's the principle, and that's it. That's what governs everything, magnetism. But now I see that what governs everything is spin forces and their vortices, and that's it. And so if we can map out the spin force geometry of everything, if we can map out the spin frequency geometry of everything, then we can apply that across in every domain. We can apply that to the formation of solids. We can apply that to fluid dynamics. We can apply that to gas flows, to plasma flows. We can apply that to light photon emission and flows, and however you call it, and we can apply it to electrical discharges as well as magnetic spin flows. And so magnetic spins and magnetic current flows, and however you call it. But the point is that this is the underlying principle: spin and counterspin. So you have a primary spin, a secondary spin ring, and then a tertiary original spin ring. And that's the basic principle. And I just want to keep developing the ideas and see what I can do with it. And that's about it. Thanks.